I own Vertical Joe's Fitness, which is Atlanta's #1 spot for all things fun and fitness for women. So we are the professional women's playground. We are basically where ladies go. They get off of work at 5 and they come to our spot and they let their hair down. They have a good time. So the studio offers a variety of things. There's sexy fitness and there's like sophisticated fitness as well, but everything from suspended yoga to pole dance to twerk, basically we teach it. And we have an amazing event coming up. It's going to be the sexiest weekend in Atlanta, okay? So it starts off, and I think you two need to be here.
Okay.
The Sexy Circus is the kickoff, okay? So when you go to the circus and it's like, all kitty and stuff, I want you to think like adult, sexy contortion.
Like Vegas or
like
something.
Vegas. Yeah, it's a Vegas style show, but we had to put the Atlanta twist on it. Okay, so that's going to be first. And I'll just say that at the venue there's a pool, and the finale routine will be done in water. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you that right there. Okay. That same night we're also having a hot bodies contest, so we welcome anybody with an amazing bikini body. You don't have to be muscle man 99. You just look good with your shirt off. We want you because that's the only event where we'll have guys. So the ladies will be salivating over that. So we need you there. And then on Saturday is the main event, which is the Georgia Pole Fitness Classic. Basically, it's a big circuit held by X-Pole US, which is the world's leader in pole dance. It's called the Pole Championship Series, and they compete at the Arnold Schwarzenegger bodybuilding event every year. So I've gone there, and they don't have anyone from Atlanta representing in the competition.
So you represent.
Yeah, so I had to make sure that we had one of these events here. Pole, like for sport, potential Olympic sport. I had to make sure that we represent, So that's what the Georgia Pole Fitness Classic is. So I need all of Atlanta to help us make it pop off.
Yeah, that is great. And you don't, when you think about pole dancing, of course, you think straight strip clubs. Yeah. You don't really think about the art of it because the more that you do.
I don't think of strip clubs.
What do you think of, Dre?
When I think of a pole.
Yes.
What you think of?
I just think people earning a living.
That's what you think. You know what? Support single moms. That's how you feel?
Wait. John, I think that came out wrong. I think that came out wrong. But you know what I did think as you were talking about it, you was describing the event when you said women go after work.
Absolutely.
Stacy, like you guys have book reading classes, and the double Dutch, and just how y'all group together. But you do that for fun.
Absolutely.
And the women come out for fun, and you got the circuses, so it's good. And I don't even like poles. When I see poles, I go the other way.
Right. This one right here.
Yeah, he's so funny.
So listen, it's all great. It's all fun. Pole is the lead-in, but at the end of the day, it's a major workout.
Yeah.
Like, hold on. Let me whip out these weapons of mass destruction for you right quick. Okay. All right. I just want to say you don't get this. Okay. Just from having fun.
That's right.
All right. So people will see us and not know.
John, she made me want to do some push-ups. She made me want to do some push-ups.
Pole arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
People will see us and say, "Oh, what workout do you do?"
Right.
And it's pole.
And different things work for different people. So,
Absolutely.
And it's a good, and not only is it like good for the body and everything, it's good for the self-esteem.
Absolutely.
Because the thing is, you're doing something that is kind of a challenge that years ago, and then they had where you work out in heels.
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. And so I'm saying is that those, when you start working out and you're having fun, and then you realize I'm working out and you're losing weight and you're toning,
Absolutely.
then your self-esteem goes up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And you have you have a life skill in case you have an emergency. You can always pull yourself up. 2, if you need to earn some extra coins, you got a skill. 3, you got a man at home, you want to show off a little something.
We get
you
the
got
pole
that
and
too.
barrel.
I mean, it's a win-win.
So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
With or without the pole?
Yes.
How many times if you got a man at home do you suggest somebody jump on the pole?
Jump up. I mean, there's always a reason to jump on the pole, man.
We don't have a pole.
Oh, well, we got one. We got.
But she talking about, it leads into another question. How many times a week should a man expect them either jump on the pole or jump into action?
Oh, like to perform for her man at home?
That's right.
Okay.
I think that depends on the individual relationship, and how many individual showcases he needs. But I will say this. We got ladies at the studio whose husband's credit card is on file.
Right.
So we make sure they take something home every night.
Yeah.
If you had a pole,
Uh-huh.
how many days a week you jump on?
I would really think at the least 3. Because one thing about the pole, once you start trying to do it, because that made me know how tough it is.
Exactly.
Because when you try to get up there and swing, like you see them swing, it's like it's so challenging, but repetition and practice can help you.
Correct.
So for me, I like a challenge. So I'm like, I'm going to swing on this pole the right way.
Yes.
So I would do it.
So you probably don't need to watch all 3 sessions. You just need to see one. Because 2 of them, she's going to be getting right. You don't need to see how the magic happens. You just need to see
me fall.
See the magic.
Like, baby, you ain't got it. You make me feel like I can't do it.
No. And you know what's good? We laughing about it. And I'm joking too, but at the same time, it's good that you don't have to be ashamed because, like I said, everything works. I remember going to Bally's years ago, and I used to see the women do the dances with the chair.
Absolutely.
And the first time I looked at it, it's like, oh, that's a little bit. Then once I said, well, they going in here, they just exercise. And women have fun a different way.
We have
and y'all don't have to, it's a pole, it's a chair or whatever, but it's just y'all having fun.
Exactly. We're having a good time. You got to trick us a lot of times into workouts. We have to have a good time. Yeah. We have to be surrounded by other women that are positive and having a good time. Yeah. And I think the body changes are secondary. We want more of the experience and the camaraderie.
Yeah. And then men can go and they'll talk a little bit, but they're really into, getting their muscles on. I go to the gym with him. He goes every day. Okay. And I'll go with him, not every day for real. But I want to go because I know I need to do it. But then it's like, you know what, Stacy, just go and take the money from LA Fitness and put it over to something else because I will pole dance. I want to do the what's the yoga with
we
the
have
suspended yoga. I want to do that
too.
And then we could get that, like the retractable. They have retractable poles.
See, you got retractable poles.
You better
we got the kind that's removable, put down, and then you can have the stretch swing, and then we can flip it, and you can have the sexy swing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
FiyaStartas.
Yes.
In my refrigerator right now.
What's in there?
It's a pack of Reese cups. Just listen to me. It's not the 2-pack. It's the long.
You know what?
You know
is it
that.
like 4 in there?
What are you trying to say?
What'd she say?
That is Don's. Don bought that.
It's this long.
I want you to take a look
really?
at this face.
John, you know
look
the
at this
Reese
face.
cups
That's
that
what you gonna do? That is Don's Reese cup.
Okay.
She is not
really?
having it. That ain't her Reese cup.
You know what? He gonna try to bust me out. It ain't even mad that time. See, I got you. But this is what I want to say because, we had you on when I was doing my Comcast show.
Yes.
And then now looking at still the transition from, when you started to get here, this is my thing. You took something and made it something, because you hear about people doing pole classes and everything, but you've expanded, you're the real deal in the South. And then you've worked with so many different, even artists. Right. You know what I mean? So you've taken maybe your passion. Right. And you've turned it into a business. And that's the one thing I like to expose about people that come on the show is you took something that you believed in and you kept going and you made it into whatever it is, whatever level you're on. Right. But it took work. Yes. And it took patience. Yes. And it maybe took starting over. Right. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Oh, the journey? Yes. As an entrepreneur, I firmly believe that, yes, it is very hard to transition into making your passion be what covers your bills and takes care of you and you can wake up and do it every day. It's definitely been hard. I feel like most of my friends were doing more backup dancing, and it was something that I wanted to get into, but everyone was living in New York and living in small rooms and eating popcorn for dinner and stuff. And I just really had a hard time wrapping, my mind around that. So I really worked hard to figure more of a niche. And I feel like once you figure your niche and something that you're passionate about, and it's not about the money, it's about because you love it that you choose to do it and it's helping people, I feel like everything else just comes together. And next thing I know, pole dancing had me backup dancing and had me touring and had me working with celebrities. The same things that they were doing I was able to do, but I just went a different direction. So I think that you should happily pick your lane. Yes. Okay, work your lane and support other people who are going for the same goals in the same lane or a similar lane or a different lane. And it's enough room for everybody at the top. So I think that sometimes people lose sight of that. But I just will say, continue to fight. I think everybody knows about, positive, vibes, affirmations, writing your goals down and actually taking steps towards it. And I don't think you can fail. Just pray it up and move forward.
And what's really compelling is that you can tell that as you go, through this journey, and you can tell you evolve through it. Yes. And the people, the great people you meet along the way.
Yes.
So tell us about that part of it, the people you met along the way, some of the places that it has taken you, because you want to inspire people that's out there trying to become entrepreneurs and still trying to fight through that.
Well, I'll say I met a lot of great people, of course, fellow entrepreneurs who their businesses are growing. Like Nicole DePoe, when I first met her, she wasn't working with Rihanna or Neo or Ellen, but